Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Blessing. If you have just coming across this channel for the very first time, I really appreciate you. I welcome you, and please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you will be notified. So guys, in today's tutorial, we'll be making this dress, we'll be sewing it. In my previous class, we learned how to draft this particular dress here. If you have not watched it, it's on my channel here. So please head over to watch it and you will understand what we are doing. So guys, like I said, today we'll be learning how to sew this part here, this dress here. So if you want to learn, definitely keep on watching and let's go. So guys, here is my pattern. I've drafted it to my main fabric. You can see that I added half an inch to it, and here is my black stay. I will just take it to my ironing table to iron it. Okay, this is a black stay. We also have the white one, but I just go for the black since I'm using black fabric. So guys, here I've added my stay, or I've ironed my stay to my main fabric. So guys, this is a wording. I will just go ahead to cut out the wording for the bustier part here, so that I will come back and show you guys. So guys, like I said, I've cut it here. This is a wording for the bustier so that it will give more structure for the bustier part. Okay, this wording, this my wording here is a very soft wording. Can go ahead to buy the one that is that has structure, like that has that has that is strong, that is fat. This is a very soft one. So I will just place my wording on it like this. Then what I will do here is that I will bring the sides, one side of the bustier and the center front like this. Then I will mash it together like so. First of all, I will first of all use a pin to first of all hold it down so that I will be able to know where to stitch when I will stitch it. Okay. So guys, I've done stitching. You can see how it looks like. You can see the other side here. So now the next thing I will be doing here is just to take out my scissors here, and I will just notch the bustier part so that it will be firm. Okay, I will just notch it like so, to as in I will notch it up to the under bust there. I will notch it so that it can align very well. I don't know if you understand me. Just go ahead to notch. It's very good to notch, especially at this bustier part here. I will just notch it. Okay, so guys, this is how it will be looking like after notching. So what I will do, I will open it up. I will take it to my ironing table, open it up and iron it very well. I will open the seam up like this, then add water and iron so that it will lay flat. Okay, so guys, you can see I've done that. You can see how beautiful it is. You can see the other sides. This fabric is a black fabric. That is why you can't be able to see it properly, but when you look at it very well, you can see how beautiful the bustier part is. Okay, so this is how it will be looking like. Okay, so guys, this part here, I will just fold it and take it aside. Then I will bring out my back pattern. This is the back yoke. So you remember for the front, I cut where the band, the yoke for the front part will be, the part that I will add my sleeve to for the yoke part. You know, is a kind of a band there. I don't know how will I explain that part. So now I will do the same thing for the back. The reason why I did not do a straight strip is that the back is lower than the front. You know, the back neckline is deeper than the front neckline. So that is why I'm doing this one here. So for this neckline, for this shoulder, I divide into two. I measure what I have on the shoulder measurement, and I will divide it into two like so. So after dividing, I have 2 inches. Then I will mark that the same 2 inches at the down part like this, so that it will be correspond together. To cut it out, I will first of all rule it from the saver side. I'm repeating it again. I will mark my shoulder measurement into two like this. After marking, I will mark what I have and extend it to the down part like so. The reason why I'm doing this the reason why I'm doing it is because the back is lower than the front, so that it will not give me issue later when I'm sewing it. So I will just cut it out like this. Remember, for the front, we also divide the front parts, the shoulder measurement by two. Then we extended it to the bust point. So it's the same way we are doing the back. So you can see this mean identifying the back and the front. You can see that the front is kind of curved and the back is kind of longer than the front. The reason why is because the back has a deep neckline and the front have a curvy neckline. That is the reason why I'm doing this particular yoke here. So now the next thing I will be doing is I will merge these two together like this. I will use a masking tape to hold it together like this. So this means attaching these two yokes together like this, so that they can be in one piece. Okay, so now the next thing I will be doing, I will just go ahead to place it on my fabric to cut out this pattern. Okay, so guys, this is me trying to cut out my pattern on my fabric. First of all, this particular one here, you can go ahead to fold it into two, but I decided not to fold. So this is me pinning my pattern paper to my main fabric like this. Then I will cut. You can fold it at the side, but I decided not to fold because I want to use a kind of a lining to it. Okay, I don't know if you understand. If you want to fold this fabric into two before cutting this pattern, you can go ahead to do that. They are all the same. Okay, so now I will trace out this pattern like this. I added half an inch on the side for me to join together, but for this shoulder, for the armhole side, I cut it exactly because I will not, it's just exactly. But for the center front, I added half an inch to join the lining. But like I said, you can fold it for the center, as in you can fold. So this is how it will be looking like, guys. I've cut it, so I will know the front and the back so that you will not be confused. Like for me here, you can see that the back is higher than the front, and I will just use a chalk to identify this part here so that I will not be confused when I'm fixing it. This is the front part here, and I will turn it over to identify the back as B. You can see that clearly, right? So now this is me trying to cut out the other side just exactly where I cut this part here. Okay, so guys, this it will be looking like. Then later on off camera, I will just go ahead to cut out the facing. So this is me identifying the other part as front B, F for the front and B for the back. So now this is how it looks like. So the next thing I will be doing is to bring out my interfacing and take it to my ironing table and iron it. Okay, so guys, this is how it looks like. You can see I've ironed my hair state to this other part, and just like I said that I will cut out the facing off camera. So now you can see the facing and the main fabric. So I will take it to my sewing machine now The 1 inch, the half inch that I gave for the center front, I will use it to join these two pieces together. But you can go ahead to fold it if you want to fold, but I just feel like sewing it this way. So guys, I will take it to my sewing machine, then I will go ahead to run a stitch, okay? So guys, I've done running the stitches as it looks like, and I went ahead to iron it so that it will not be pronounced, it will not be roughed, okay? So now this is how it will be looking like. Then the next thing I will be doing here is just to bring out the front pattern and the back part, sorry to say, my front bustier, or my front top, what I would like call it. I will bring it out like this. Then what I will do is to place this yoke or band, or anyhow you call it. I will bring it out like this, then identify the front, then I will use the front to place it at the front like this, starting from this dart leg, or where the dart joining start from, or where you just look at it, you understand. Starting from there, then I will take it to my sewing machine, then stitch it. There guys, I've stitched that. This is how it looks like after stitching. Then the next thing, I will bring out the back pattern, the back of this dress. I will bring it out like this, then place it on the right side. Note, it's on the right side that you will sew it from the right side, okay? Right side meeting right side like this. Then I will join it to the back part like this, starting from the armhole. You can see it, as in it will stop at the armhole, as in the armhole for the yoke will end with the armhole. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain. Just do it like this. Then I will run a stitch by half an inch, okay? I will do the same thing to the other side of the back. So guys, this is how it looks like after sewing. You can see that the band is ready. You can see how beautiful it is. You can see that this will look very perfectly. You can see, you can fold it like I said, but this is how I want it. So this is how it looks like. Then the next thing I will be doing is to bring out the lining of this top here, because I also use this the same fabric as a lining as well. So I will bring out the front lining, then I will use it to cover up these rough edges like this. Then I will take it to my sewing machine to run a stitch by half an inch. I will run a stitch to end it at this armhole there. I will end it then there. I will continue and end it at the armhole. I will not close the armhole because there is a sleeve. So now I will just do that. I'll quickly do that now and come back to show you guys. So guys, I've done that. I also joined the sides. You can see I joined the side like this, and this is the back. I also sewed it, and I also joined the side as well. This is the other part of the back. I sewed both the side and the center front for the back. This is the inside of this blouse. You can see how neatly it is, and you can see how beautiful it is. So guys, the next thing I will be doing is for the neckline for the front. So what I normally do is that I use a hemming gum to attach both the lining and the made fabric together at the sweetheart neck, so that the lining will not pop out from the back. I don't know if you understand. Some outfits, when you wear them, you will see the lining. You will see the lining that is popping out. So to avoid that, just use your hemming gum. Put the hemming gum between the part that you sew together. Just add it like so and cover it like this, and take your time to iron it very well. The lining, both the lining and the made fabric will glue together, and there will be no space for the lining to be popping out after that, okay? So guys, this is the bottom part of the gown. I missed this clip of how to make this bottom part. It's a normal basic skirt, okay? Then I curve it from the hip part. I curve it down to the hem part, okay? If you are not understand, just comment on the comment section. It's a normal basic down part of a gown. Then what I did here is that I I measure from I slanted from the hip. The hip is 20 from the hip length, which is 24. I slanted it from the hip down to the hem part with a slant. Okay, that is how I achieve this part here, this curvy part. This one I'm holding right now is the part that I have cut out that I will use later. I will replace it later, okay? I don't know if you understand. I will replace it later. So now what I will do here is that I will I keep the back aside first so that we can work with the front. So now what I will do here is that I will take the measurement from this hemi part down to the waist. Okay, I will take the measurement from this hemi part. You remember we slanted from the hip down to the hemi part, but for this case I will take the measurement from the hemi part to the waist area, okay, to see what I have. So now after marking, I got what I have here is about 65 inches, okay. Then now I will now multiply this. The front is 65 inches while the back is also 65 inches. Now I will multiply that 65 inches by 2, okay. Then after multiplying it by 2, then I will use it to cut my Ankara fabric. The width of this fabric is 10 inches plus half-inch seam allowance. So guys, after multiplying by 2 and I cut, I will take this fabric now to my sewing machine to do a gather. Okay, I will just gather it to that 65 inches. Okay, now this is me. I've gathered it and I will now place it. I gather it up to 65 inches. Then I will take it to my sewing machine now to run it to this part like so. You understand me? So guys, I will do that now and come back to show you guys. So guys, this is the back part. Please note that if you want to cut this curving part at the side, please endeavor to join your zipper allowance first before trimming, because on this video now I didn't join first. I didn't join my zipper allowance. So for you not to be confused, join your zipper allowance first before you go ahead to curve the side, okay? Just join it. Guys, this is the back. I've sewed it. I've added my Ankara to the upper part, and this is how it looks like. And this is the front, sorry. This is the front. So now, and this is the back. You can see that I've joined the zipper allowance side, but I leave a space for zipper. Then you can see now this is the front part. This is the front part. You can see how beautiful it is. If you want this down part, this gather to be full, you can times what you have times 3 or times 2.5. If you really want this bottom part to full, you can times that, okay. So I times it by 2, then and I gather it to the actual measurement. So guys, I also went ahead to hem the bottom part so that it will not be rough. Now, the next thing I will be doing, I said before that this bottom part I will fix it later, okay? So now I will bring out the bottom part that I cut out before, then I will replace it back. Then now I will take it to the side like this, and you can see how I am placing it down to the hip area. Remember I said I slanted it from the hip down to the hemi part. So this is how it is. This is how it is. Now I want to replace the 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 down part now, so that the full down part will be correspond, as in it will be where placed. Now I'll take it to my sewing machine now to sew it. Okay, I will also do that to the I will so guys, like I said, that if you want to curve the side from your hip down to your hem part, please join your zipper allowance first before you lay the front and the back together, before you curve the side. Okay, so assuming I join this zipper allowance before, these two parts should be one piece by now. Okay, so guys, this is how it looks like. You can see the down parts. I've sewed it. You can see how it looks like. You can see the curving part there. It ends at the hip line. Okay, you can see how it is. You can see how beautiful it is. As I also went ahead to hem the bottom part. While for this rough part here like this, you can go ahead to use a bias to just cover it up so that it will not be rough there, or you can use any of the fabric to cover it up so that it will be neat in this area. So that is that. Okay, this is the back parts. Okay, this is the back parts. You can see that I've joined my zipper allowance, and you can see how it looks like. Okay, so now the next thing I will be doing, I will bring out this bottom part like this. This is the front part. Then I will bring the front part of the top like this and mesh the front and the two front together, like the top and the bottom part together like this. Then after that, I will run a stitch. I will take it to my sewing machine now and run half inches. Yes, I will use half inches to hold these two together. Then I will also do the same thing to the back. So guys, I've done that. You can see the back and the up and the down is stitched together, and you can see how it looks like. For the bottom part, I didn't lining it, but you can still go ahead to lining if you want. I only lining the upper part, but you can still go ahead to lining the down part, is fine. But for me, I didn't lining it because is a black fabric, and is a velvet as well. But if you want to line it, you can go ahead to line it. This is me trimming out the excess that I have there. So go ahead to trim if you have any excess. So guys, this is the back part of the gown. You can see that I've joined both the upper and the down part together. You can see the zipper allowance there that I gave. So guys, this is how it looks like. You can see how beautiful it is. Like I said, if you want to line in the down part, go ahead to lining it. Okay, so I didn't even add that because it's a stretching fabric. Now the next thing I will be doing here is to join the back and the front together. Okay, I will join the back and the front together. I will place it like this and make sure the two side of the waist that you join together correspond to each other. Okay, then I gave 1.5 inches for my seam allowance, so I will use that the same 1.5 inches to hold this down from the armhole down to the bottom part. So from the other side, this is how I will do it. Let me turn it first. I will this is how I will do it. Like this, I will place the ankara inside like this. I will place the ankara inside like this. Then I will now join it together. Okay, I don't know if you understand me. I will place the ankara. Let me just turn it so that you will understand what I'm saying. I will place the ankara inside. You can see that I place the ankara, the ruffles. You can see that I will take the ruffles inside like this. Okay, I will take the other side inside like this as well. Then after that, I will place the other the suede, correspond it like this. You can see how I am doing it. Then after that, I will run a stitch by 1.5 inches for my seam allowance. I will now run it down to the ends. Okay, so guys, this is how it looks like. I've turned it and I've went ahead to add my sleeve to it. This is a puffy sleeve. If you want to know how to make a puffy sleeve, just comment on the comment section and make sure to make a video on that. So this is how this gown looks like. You can see how beautiful it is. Just go ahead to iron it very well and it will look very beautiful. This is how it looks like, guys. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I will just go ahead now to put it on so that we all see how beautiful this gown looks like. So guys, this is how it turns up. This is how I rock my gown. Feel free to comment if you have a question and like this video. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my video like this. So guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Alright, you can feel free to make yours and also rock it like this. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you in my next